It is 6:16 and time now for What's Trending. A pair of homeowners in Minneapolis turned into amateur detectives after their van was stolen by a not-so-smooth criminal. The theft was caught on camera, and the couple says they believe the suspect may have botched the hot wire job as he could only get the car to drive in reverse, excuse me. Just hours later, they spotted the not-so-discreet vehicle, and the suspect fled, leaving behind, get this, a personal cell phone with no security lock. Needless to say, all of this should give police a nice head start on the bumbling bandit, and the victims say when they turned the phone on, they were able to pull up his Facebook page and Messenger. And yeah, definitely not a very smooth one. I figure one, it's pretty rare to have people not use no lock on their phones.
Yeah, no lock.
Granted, I am one of those rare ones that do, because I think it's kind of annoying to have to keep doing your swipe or putting in a password every time, in my personal opinion. But
sure. So yeah, no lock. Good thing I don't know how to work your phone. But yeah. But yeah, I know my phone does have one of those locks on it, and obviously the pin lock, but also the little photo scanner lock. And I know there's been some concerns about those, because it's like, oh, you can just hold a picture of you up and try to unlock it. I tried that, and to this day, I still have not had success with it unlocking it as a picture. It has to be my real face and my eyeballs. This is how good it is.
Sensor.
Yeah, it could be. My eyeballs actually have to be looking at the phone for it to unlock. This is how good and detailed it is. So it's really kind of interesting to see how technology has kind of evolved. And obviously this bandit doesn't know how to work technology.
Kind of I don't know really what to say too much on this guy.
I hope it's an update to the story.
Yeah, it'd be kind of funny to see how what comes about here in the next few days on it. Because I'm sure he'll be caught here really soon.
He's got to be. Yeah. But otherwise, though, an Iditarod sled dog who's been missing for nearly 3 months has thankfully been found safe. This is Leon, who's been reunited with his owner. He got out of his coat and collar and ran off from a checkpoint in the Alaskan race in mid-March. He was recently seen 150 miles away in the Alaskan town of McGrath, and a community member was able to catch him. His owner, musher Sebastian dos Santos Borges, lives in France. He flew to Anchorage last week after getting updates on the search, and they were reunited with a kiss in McGrath. And Leon needs to get checked out by a veterinarian and get a health certificate before he can fly home to France. And race officials are looking at ways to keep dogs from getting lost in the future. That could include GPS trackers on collars. And you know, that's definitely a good idea, though, because I mean, lost animals do happen. I think Jeff actually has a GPS on Theo, so that way Theo can run around a lot of times. But if he we don't know where Theo is, he can just look it up on his phone and see where he is with his collar. Obviously, in this case, the collar kind of slipped off. But
yeah, it probably wouldn't have worked in this case. But yeah. You know, it's losing your dog overseas, internationally. Granted, just losing your dog in general is super scary and a stressful event. But losing it overseas in Alaska, the last. Was it called the Last Frontier? But there's lots of wolves, bears, polar bears, grizzly bears, a lot of things that can harm
clearly
that dog there. So
clearly that dog had good survival instincts, as it was able to make it for a long time though, before it finally got caught and reunited. Now hopefully it can get rehabilitated if needed before heading home.
Yes, for sure. Well, great story for that.
For sure.
But taking a turn to our last story, Wendys is shaking things up this summer, adding a strawberry frosty to its menu. Beginning Monday, the strawberry frosty is on U.S. menus for a limited time and is replacing vanilla for the moment. Wendys promises that flavor will return following the promotion, and it's a notable shift for Wendys, which doesn't mix up its frosty flavors nearly as often as McDonald's does with its McFlurry lineup. Strawberry is only the second new flavor added in the U.S. in the past 16 years. The fast food restaurant launched a birthday cake frosty in 2019 when the chain celebrated its 50th birthday. The vanilla frosty was added to menus in 2006. Strawberry frosties proved popular when added to menus in Canada last year, becoming one of the chain's most talked about items online. And I love frosties. I really wish there was one closer than Schofield or Iron Mountain.
I know, right? Yeah, Wendys is far away from here, though. And I mean, I did do a little digging in Rhinelander history. I think 12-ish years ago, there was one where Friendship House is now, though. You can definitely tell with when many people
I
eat
haven't had
here.
a Frosty in a long time.
I know.
I'd love to have one right now.
When I lived in Illinois, though, obviously there was one in my hometown and where I went to college. So obviously having those little key tags, I think they still do them. I think, but
so big question: would you have the strawberry one, or are you just chocolate only?
I try it out, but I'm definitely more of a chocolate guy, though. So definitely more chocolate. But I give the strawberry one a try. It. My biggest thing is I'm okay with flavor, but no chunks, please. I'm not a big chunks of person, but that's kind of my take on that. But otherwise, though.